Hey everyone, Nuis here from WalkB4UHuntNZ. You just join us on our way into a new spot we're going to go check out. As you can see by tops of those guys over there, there's been a bit of snow last night. It's a pretty nice day today, pretty still. There's still snow in the shade in places, but yeah, so it's a new bit of ground. Found a nice little area. We're not getting the rain that's been forecast for most of the South Island this weekend, so hopefully get in and out, keep dry, and just check this out, I suppose. Another new area, another new opportunities, and probably a few learnings. One of the learnings on the way is don't trust Google Maps, because that will mislead you. We had quite a mission getting to the right spot, but we got here eventually, probably just a little bit later than I wanted, but I really need to build some more time into my schedule. Anyway, someone's coming down the track, so we might move on. Catch you soon.
So yesterday, when we were getting ready, we went into Further Faster, store in Christchurch. Sells outdoors gear, and camping, hiking, mountain climbing, all sorts, outdoors gear. And they had the beef stroganoff, which is another real meals one. They have a wicked selection of their radix and everything like that. I've had a few different really nice ones from there. But what set this one apart from all of them is 1,000 calories and a cup of water. It's a dream result for someone who's running a little lean on water, and it's delicious. I'm never going out for dinner again. I'm just gonna have this instead. So yeah, this is the new number one.
So, we've made the most of our afternoon after getting into the hut. Had a feed and then whipped up the valley just to have a look. There's a nice big valley at the end here that was worth having a look at. Not a lot. We met two guys coming back down the hill. They have been right along this ridge line and they've seen a big wallaby and a tahr. And they must have been the gunshots we heard on the way in. And they picked up their bull tahr, so that's good for them. They're just on their way back to the hut now. So, as we came up the stream, there's some really good, really recent pig sign, and pretty confident it's probably the pig that they saw this morning from up top. So we're just taking our time getting down here. I'm pretty sure he's over in the paddock area over my shoulder. So we're just having a good look around through here. The breeze is coming down the valley, and sort of in line with the stream, so hopefully that's not fucking us up over there, but who knows. So we're just going to have a little bit of a look as we make our way out quietly. I think in the morning we're going to get up on this ridge and just get set up and have a look over there as the sun comes up. So I think that's what we're planning for the morning, but just quietly make our way back now and get back to the tent. The hut's chock-a block. Everyone had the same idea apparently. So yeah, see you soon. So it's Sunday morning. We've just made our way from the hut out a little bit. We're going to run up in this way because the sun's going to hit these faces up here first. We've had a slight advantage of a couple of young blokes, and they had a thermal. They weren't hunting with it, but they pointed out that there's mob of deer over this way, so take the advantages you can get, I suppose. It's still a bit of a hike. The sun's probably about 45 minutes from here, so we'll get into place in the low areas and just have a look. But I feel like these deer are going to run straight back up onto the private. The wind's actually quite good, so that's in our favour. We ended up sleeping in the tent last night. The hut was chock-a-block, and there was 3 other tents around it, so everyone's had the same idea. That's an important thing to think about. When I was thinking that maybe no one would have this idea, everyone had this idea, and it's such a small area to have 3 hunting groups in the same area is a lot of pressure. 2 of them took tahr out, which is pretty cool. You had a good look at those last night. What an interesting looking animal. One of them was real stinky too. Quite good size bull tahr. So, but yeah, we're gonna whip up into here, just have a look. Watch the sun come up and let some warmth get on the tent. She was a frosty old night last night. The deck on the hut froze over at 6 p.m. So yeah, it was definitely below 0 by 6 p.m. It's quite sheltered and cold in this valley. But our sleeping system worked. We'll go and have a look at that once the sun comes up. Let's get on with it. So we came up into the valley that we wanted to, and the sun's just sort of hit our face, and then as soon as the sun hit us, we heard a couple of barks from the other side of the valley. So we got some glass up, and yeah, there's a good mob. I've picked out 5, I don't know. How many have you seen? Okay. Oh, well, I've seen another 2 on top of that. But to be fair, you spotted them, not me. Up on top of that crest over there, there's a reasonable size one up there. There's only one issue with this block. The bit we're looking at is private. We're in a tense duel with a fence line. And they're on the right side of it for them. So, yeah. We still get to have a good look at them. Yes, this block is sort of separated right in the middle of this flat by a fence line that goes on to private. So there's no real point in spending too much more time pursuing those. It's cool to see them though. That's the first fallow deer I've seen out in the wild. What I want to do now is probably, earlier we were sitting back here and got a great big whiff of something smelling pretty dirty coming downhill. So we might just make our way quietly along up here and just have a look. There's plenty of noise as the sun's come up. A couple of berries out there somewhere as well. But yeah, we'll whip up this hill, have a look and go from there.
seen those hinds. We moved up a little bit further and look up this big gully. Not a lot there, but we heard another mob barking away at us. But couldn't put eyes on him. They were over on that private side as well. So we come back up and over the top. Start to make our way towards the hut, just see if we can get eyes or some tracks on whatever we got a big whiff of. But there's a bit of pig action, pig sign around, but nothing to be seen. So we're just making our way down the shaded side of the hill now, and sort of plotted a path that won't walk us through the many various swamps in this flat area. And it obviously hasn't seen any sunlight for a while around here. The ground is very cold and the snow is still powdery, which is quite good for getting down this hill. It'd be a real cluster if it was all ice. Make our way back to the hut. Show you the sleeping arrangement that kept us warm last night. There's some upsides and downsides to that. It was sort of a last minute plan. If we needed a tent, and we 100% needed a tent, so make our way back and then pack up and wander out. It's a stunning yet very small block, this one. So did you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But small little block, this one. It's quite easy to get to, and I think that's probably why we're the third party to get in here. So I wonder if that gnarly big hill in the way always just takes a bit of pressure off the place. But still 2 tahr come out of here, way out of the top, so it's definitely worth another look. It'd be hard country to try and close 40 yards in, I think, though. It's always enjoyable to get up to these spots, and it's cool to see those hinds. So I think we might just travel a little bit further this way before we drop down there. Just go find out where that noise is coming from.
So yeah, this is the tent arrangement. We set up on the side of the hut so we can have a little bit of shelter last night. If you can come inside, you can see the plan was, man, it is warm in there now. So what we did is, because the top of this tent is mostly mesh, it lets a lot of air in. So last night when we got here and realised we weren't going to be in the hut, chucked the tent together and chucked the emergency blanket over the top where the mesh is, and it just held so much more heat inside the tent. So it's a cheap little trick that actually, yeah, tested and proven, works really good. The only thing you have to consider is you gather a bit of condensation in there, so the sides of the tent inner actually are quite wet, so you need to make sure you're not brushing up against them, which happened a bit last night, so the sleeping bags were a little damp. They'll have to get aired out when we get home, but yeah, it's a good cheap way of sorting that out. Yeah, I don't think the emergency blanket will get another run, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be able to fold it up. But yeah, as simple as that. Actually made a really significant difference to the temperature in there. Yeah. Because we've run that on the ground before to try and keep some temperature out, but yeah, it's actually got to be closer to you, not actually on the ground of the tent. So, but yeah. Oh, let's pack this noisy thing up. Good hunting, good hut. April. Shot 10-point stag, broad stag from the tops to river, shot from hut. Yeah, it's a raw. 2 reds, March, 1 fallow spiker and 2 bull tahr, March. Yeah, I can talk a little bit. Talking a little bit. Talking about talking. You pick me up, look alright?